Welcome Dipti on our MYB channel. Please tell us about yourself and your career.
Sure, Rajesh. So basically, I started working at a very young age, and I'm currently working as a trainer coach. I have 19 plus years of work experience, and in my career, I have worked with various line of businesses like marketing, operations, and finally training and coaching, and also various geographies like India, Australia, UK, and the US. So I have been fortunate enough to get opportunities to work with different kind of people and different lines of businesses.
Great. What is the motivation behind doing this business?
Well, my motivation since childhood has always been learning. I have been so hungry for learning that I feel that your knowledge, A, and your wisdom, 2, these are the two things that nobody can take away from you. So hence I have always been passionate about learning, and the same way I feel why not, also share experiences with others, why not also enable people them. That's my motivation.
Mm-hmm. What are the USPs you have for running your profession very nicely?
That's a good question. USP. So when you talk about, we talk about USPs, a lot of things come to my mind, but communication is one thing that has always been very close to my heart. So because communication is very interesting. I mean, communication even started when there were no languages. We used to use body language, we used to use sign languages to communicate. So despite all the languages being available, despite all the learning material being available, despite all the kind of help being available, we still fail in communication. And in most of the organizations, marriages, you see, the reason for failure is communication. So yes, that's my USP. That's where I enable, help people to communicate assertively, and to be able to understand what others are trying to say. And a lot of us just misunderstand that communication is just about the language. Communication is also body language. Communication is also psychology. Communication is also the way you dress. So it is a lot of things. And that's what I help people learn.
Okay, great. Any success story you would like to share?
Success stories, there are many, but I would definitely like to share one incident. So I'll have to take you to my childhood actually to share this story. So there was a little girl who was super passionate about teaching. And she would, in fact, take her mother's dupatta, wrap it around, tuck it around, and uh, play a teacher to her imaginary students, and would write something on the board and do all these things that we must have done in childhood. But then reality happens, life happens, we all grow, and you have to work for money and not just for your passion. So yes, I joined a corporate. Then I did marketing, I did operations, and in operations, you are this one person who would do training, who would do HR, would do everything because the operations demands it. So in one such scenarios, I had to actually take training, because the trainers weren't available and the clients were there from Australia. So one of the clients sat through my training, and he said that post training, he commented that, are you sure you are not a trainer? You're never going back to operations. I'm absorbing you. And that was the turning point of my life. That's when, my dreams started actualizing. And I was really happy that, yes, finally I would get to do what I always wanted to, and also get paid fairly. So that's one incident that always brings smile on my face. And apart from that, whenever I see that smile on my client's face after coaching, training, and I see that sense of gratitude in their eyes, and I see results, that's success for me. It's totally okay if the client does not say it verbally. It is totally okay if they do not put it somewhere on social media, but still, your eyes do not lie, and that's what I look for.
Any message would you like to give to our audience?
Absolutely. One message that, one trend rather, that I have always noticed, and I have been actually looking at changing, and that is driving the learning culture in our society. So I have seen people, when they get a good job, they just sit back and relax, and they would say, okay, I'm done now. I don't need to learn anything new. I will just do my 9 to 5 job, and my life is set. And then the same people who would grow up in hierarchy, they would become managers, and the same person also becomes a parent. Okay, and they would just preach to their team members, to their children, that why don't you learn this, why don't you learn that, why don't you study something? Here I would like to quote Mahatma Gandhi. He would always lead by example. So as far as learning is also concerned, lead by example. If you want that your team members learn something new, drive the learning culture, start with you. If you want your children to study at home, do not just preach them. Do not just tell them, go into the other room and study whilst you watch Netflix and chill.
Mhm.
It does not work that way. So sit with them. You take a book, let them take a book, you read for 5 minutes, and they will take it from there on. But lead by example as far as learning is concerned. And I want, especially in our country, that learning culture to, take place again, people to actually start learning at any age, and understand that learning has got nothing to do with your position, the power that you have, the age you are in, the time you are in. It's irrespective of all the factors. You can just learn every day, each day, under any circumstances. That's it from me.
Thanks a lot, Dipti. It is wonderful talking to you. So wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, Rajesh. Thank you very much. And thanks for giving me this platform to express my thoughts.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.